Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. Got a quick video for you. SOUNDHOUND. Keep an eye on this one, because this one I think is going to go to 25 at the end of year rally. This one is well on its way. Either way, even if it doesn't happen at the end of this year. This stock has been getting incredible demand for its service/product, which has been reflected in their earnings. It's the voice of AI. We're going to need to communicate with AI via voice. We can't be typing in prompts like Grok. We're going to need to communicate. It's going to be very important. That's how we communicate. We communicate through voice. It's not just pure body language. We also mainly, even right now as you're watching this, how am I communicating to you? Through voice. So you probably would not want to read a long text of this, a long text prompt. Like, hey, let's see what Shades has to say today. Oh boy, I got to read the 3 pages. Screw that. Probably much easier to just listen, and you can go, you can listen while driving the truck, or listen while shopping, wherever you listen this to, while you're cooking, whatever. So communication via voice, much easier, quicker, efficient. AI is going to have that, and it's going to be everywhere. That's just how it is. That's the reality. So you're still in early. I do have a price target of $100 for SOUNDHOUND long term, 5+ years, but for the time being, I would look for 25 by end of year rally. You can see in the early time frame, we pulled back, buyers showed up this year, and if we look at the quarterly, that's 2 quarters of green, so we're recovering. And then we look at the monthly, we know August tends to be weak, but one thing's for certain is this stock loves to consolidate. Nobody wants it when it's going sideways, then it kabooms, right? Consolidation, kaboom, pulls back, consolidation, kaboom. It's going to pull back, I'm sure, and it's going to consolidate somewhere, and then kaboom. And you'll notice it didn't go to 25 right away, right? It's not like it went there right away. It took a couple it took years for this to get from down here to up here. So I don't think it's going to happen right away. Give it time, it will happen, and you can make your money. Too many people I've noticed, they have these unrealistic expectations of, they're always going to time the bottom perfectly, time the top perfectly. It's going to immediately go to 25 as soon as they watch this video and go by. It's going to immediately go to 25. It's kind of ridiculous that anyone would think that way, but there are people who think that way. So I'm just trying to set the expectations low here and just let you know, like, that's not realistic. More than likely, you're going to have to accumulate as it goes sideways, and then when it gets the big boom, you can take your profit of 50 to 100%, make your money, and move on to the next play, or wait for it to come down nice and cheap and rinse and repeat, right? Because at the end of the day, you can just keep abusing this pattern and keep making your money. You can also do that. Sometimes all you need is one stock with one pattern that repeats, and just abuse that until it stops working. This is why you also never go in. You never want to be like Polish girl who bought RGTI at the top at $21, and then it dropped 50% overnight because NVIDIA CEO opened his big mouth and said, hey, quantum is still far off. Well, RGTI right now is on its way back to 20, so she's probably kicking herself like, oh, why did I take the 300K loss? But you don't want to even be in that kind of situation. That's why you never go all in. You make your money, and you take out your original investment and play with the money that you made in the markets. That way, if you lose that, at least you only lost money that you had already made with the markets, and not money that you worked hard for, hours of your life at a job. So that's just the smart thing to do. I know people want to take huge risk and make lots of money, fast, and they want to hit it big every time. They want to hit that home run every time. But I mean, you can hit a 50% to 100%, but a home run, 500, 1,000%. The people that I know that have 10x their money, they all have one thing in common. They tend to be Gen X. They put in quite a bit of money because they already have money, and they sat on the position for a few years, and it went up 10x at some point, and they made their money that way. But that's because Gen X has the patience and the discipline. They have the money. They've already, they've been around the block. They tend to be, 55 and older? Whereas millennials tend to be a little more impatient. They're still in the workforce. They're still kind of like, this kind of sucks. I kind of want to get out of working, so I want to get rich quick. So they're a little less patient, willing to take on much more risk, stupid risk, because obviously not everyone's going to score a huge 10x home run in the short term. If it was that easy, we hey, I can 10x my money every day. Woohoo! Why am I working, right? It's not realistic. So this stock not only is it good for trading, but it's also good for a long-term hold. One thing I've noticed is people don't have long-term holds. There's a lot of people who get into the markets solely to trade, to try to get, quick money, to get that dopamine hit off of making, that quick buck. But I'm telling you right now, there's some AI stocks like SOUNDHOUND, Nvidia, Microsoft. You should have some investments in those and sit on those for 10, 20 years, because that way you have that safety net. If you buy SOUNDHOUND and it doesn't work out, but Nvidia continues to do what it's done since its existence, which is just go up thousands of percentages over the course of 10, 20 years, I mean, every $100 that you put in is an extra $2K in your pocket. So every $100 that you're not investing, you're basically denying yourself $2K in the future. Let me put it that way. That's the best way to rephrase it. So please have investments beyond just, please have investments, period. Buy your SOUNDHOUND, trade your stocks, but hopefully you do have a long-term play. So SOUNDHOUND, long-term, $100 price target, short-term, looking for 25 if you're looking for the flip. And don't forget, you can do both. You can flip and you can also hold long-term. So that way you get the best of both worlds. And this stock has those patterns that we like to abuse. So please, 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 if you have no long-term investment, an actual long-term investment, not something you're holding a bag on and calling it an investment, you need to look into that, because you're denying yourself a lot of money. If you want it easy without having to think about it, just buy Nvidia and sit on it. I have a guy in my Discord who's in Nvidia right now, long-term, holding it for 10, 20 years, and he's already up 5K. And this is just the beginning. So as as the years go by, that's going to become even more. And that's just, and he also trades, right? So he's, your investments like in Microsoft and Nvidia are there in case you blow up your trading account. That way, at least you're still a winner on the investment side. And if it doesn't work out with the trading side, whatever. So that's just something I've noticed. Like, people are really too focused on the trading and not enough investing. So don't forget to invest. You're doing yourself a disservice by not investing in stocks, specifically AI, robotics. SOUNDHOUND, Nvidia are the ones those are my top dogs, if I had to pick some. Anyways, they have the revenues and increasing demand for their service/product. So SOUNDHOUND, a buy. Price target, short term, 25. Buy and hold. It continues to have great earnings. I don't think anything else needs to be said. That's it for this episode of the Stock Market Show. Patreon.com/ShadesandTrades if you want to join the private Discord for trade alerts. As you can see here, Shane, cool, thanks, man. I made over 50%. I'm really excited. I really appreciate your work. I did take profit. I love this. Jeff, advice on when to buy and sell makes the difference of thousands of dollars. $50 a month is well worth it. Virgilus, Shades, Houstings, sitting on 1,600 shares of Sound, up 21%. Shall I keep holding? So again, patreon.com/shadesandtrades for trade alerts. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Take care, guys. Risk is managed.